So as you can see, we have a little bit of a storm going on. The bugs aren't as bad because of the storm. No mosquitoes bothering me. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna run the wire finally. Got it laid out. Like I mentioned in part 2, I'm gonna pull it through with the old wire. I was thinking about using this vinyl tubing to put the wire in to protect it, because I want this trailer to last a long time. But I'm not sure if it's necessary. So I got the idea from, I see they have some kind of tubing on the old trailer wires. And that must be in between the joints and the corners. So, you know, over time, going down the road, it wouldn't wear away. So I might do that. Well, that didn't work. Stopped about by the wheel. Should have taped it on there. I don't know why I did that. Now I gotta fish it through there. Oh well. That's because I hit the bolt. So I got lucky. There's some wires left in here to pull this through. So this time I'm gonna tape it so I can just pull the rest of it through. So I got through that far. Now I just gotta come around here. That old wire out. Some thick wire there. I could possibly reuse that. Wire's wire. Doesn't seem too bad or nothing. I got that through pretty easy. Okay guys, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what I'm doing. I got the wire going this way from the hitch down. And then for the right side, which is the green wire, I'm going to come out here. I'm going to zip tie, and I'm going to use that to protect the wire. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to zip tie, come over here, and then for the marker lights, I'm gonna have to run a wire up to the marker lights and then continue down back here. Okay guys, so I drilled a little hole for the wire to get through along with the 1/4 inch hole for this. I measured 9 inches down, so I don't know if they have a requirement where you got to put these side markers, but the wire fits in the hole nice. Fits in the hole. And I just got to put on the washer, the nut. Now I got to run a wire up to this. So I'm taking some of this old trailer wire for the lights, and I need, for these running lights, a brown wire to go, and I'm going to meet everything kind of in the middle, and same with the other running light. Alright guys, well I know the lighting's kind of bad, but with the running lights, all the connections I want to make on the trailer, I'm going to solder them, just because people, always have trouble with their lights flickering or not a good connection. So I want to make sure I solder all the connections and put some of this heat shrink wrap around it to keep a watertight connection. That heat shrink. So I'm going to go ahead and twist them together. I got this is actually, I don't know what I did with my soldering iron that I just bought, but this is actually a wood burner gun kit, to draw with, but it works just as good as a soldering iron. So I'm going to go ahead and heat this up and solder this. I think I got a good connection there. Yeah, I should have did a bigger piece of heat shrink, but that's okay. I'm taking a bigger piece right now. Putting it over the connection. Then I think I'll just use the lighter method. So now I should have a nice, secure, waterproof connection. At least it's soldered, that way it should last a while, and I shouldn't have to worry about it being a bad connection. So here I got the running light wire coming to meet the yellow side brown, so I got them all twisted together there. And I think I might do wire nut in here, just because I'll know if I ever have to work with the lights that there's the junction in here, because I'll see the wire nut, maybe. Or I might just do the shrink wrap again. But I'll get back to you. I gotta solder this up and so I decided to put a wire nut on there, and that's just because I thought it'd give it extra protection bouncing around in here. And a trick I learned when I was an apprentice electrician when I was 19 is that if you wrap black tape around your wire nuts, they won't come loose ever. But it's all soldered in there with the black tape and a wire nut. I think that should be a good connection for a long time. And I can just kind of shove it in there so it's hidden. And if I ever have to fix it, I'm sure I could see that wire nut in there. So I decided to get fancy and even solder my wire, my ground wire right here. I'm gonna put a little dab of solder on that, and then right over here is where I filed the screw hole that I'm gonna put my ground nut through. So I'm gonna even use the screw I'm using. I'm gonna dip in grease. And the connection, I'm going to go ahead and dip in grease too, the ground connection, just because I want this to last. That might be a little much on the grease. I just hope I'm not going overboard with the grease and everything. I don't know if it's completely all necessary. Oh, that needs a washer. Some nice hot coals. Be careful to not drop the beans through. Got those covered in bacon grease. See if they work. Oh no, they don't light up when she hits the brakes. What the heck? When she hits the blinker, both of them are like blinking. Well, maybe I did something wrong. Oh, they work now. Blinkers are working. Nice. I did hook it up right. It was just a bad connection. Yeah, I sprayed some WD-40 in there and now it works. So that had me worried at first. I'm very glad it works now. I just love those side markers. Those are awesome. Okay, thanks, Lisa.
You're welcome.
My lovely assistant.
The best.
Hey guys, so tonight I'm using Flex Seal. This is going to be the bottom panel. I did a 1/2 inch plywood. I should have maybe did 3/4 inch, but it's so heavy and I feel that this 1/2 inch stuff is going to be okay. I'm not trying to do this build like super top of the line. I'm just doing it my way, the HighDollarHobo way. So I hope you understand. But the bottom of the board needs some protection. I couldn't find the green treat in the 4x8 pieces of wood, so I got these. And I'm going to, sorry, the bugs are really bad. I'm going to coat it with Flex Seal. I don't know, you see this stuff on TV. So I'm trying to put these coats on fairly thick so I don't have to go over it a bunch of times. And I hope it really holds up. You know, I could see if it was in the sunlight not holding up, but I think down here under the trailer I think it will maybe hold up, so we'll see. I know my buddy put this, well, Walleye Junkie put this on the bottom of his ice castle, and I don't think he's had any problems. And I might overspray onto my trailer, but I don't really care. Nobody's going to see it, and it's just extra protection. So, does 1 can of Flex Seal cover a 4x8 piece of plywood? Close, but 12 bucks a can. So as you can see, we have a little bit of a storm going on. Anyways, I have to paint the rest of this. I started with Flex Seal, then I went to Rust-Oleum because it was half the price. Well guys, there's the trailer covered with wood. This was actually, only took me 2 4x8 pieces. See, so that's just that one piece cut in half, and then it covers the trailer. And it covers right up to this, but I wanted to actually extend the trailer out onto the back bumper a little bit. But I don't know if that's the best idea either. So I bought a wider piece of plywood that was only $5 that I stored up there. But I don't know if I should make it extend past the bumper, or this matches up so perfectly that I think maybe it'd be smart to maybe just make the camper as long as the camper was. And then I could build a box on the back of here to store stuff in. So I'm not really sure. Okay, so I decided to go with the little bit longer piece. I'm going to paint that side of it. It just hangs over the edge a little bit more, and that few inches of space, you know, might really be nice in a little camper. Anyways, I got to sweep off all this sawdust. Hey Lisa, have you seen my broom?
No, I rode it to work yesterday and left it.
She rode it to work. Well, this is going on pretty easy. This is better than the script spray can. Alright guys, well I just finished painting all the wood. After this dries, I'll flip it over and screw it down to the trailer. This piece of wood here was definitely harder to get all the cracks filled in with paint, but yeah, that 1 can of Rust-Oleum pretty much did this. And some of that I got to skip because that was Flex Seal. Definitely need to use more and quit being cheap. Howdy folks. So, you know, last night I was talking about the Flex Seal being $12 a can and not covering much of the plywood. So today I picked up a new quick roller brush thing, and I picked up Rust-Oleum, half the price of the Flex Seal. So I'm gonna give it a try, and I watched some reviews, and it's like a different product than the Flex Seal, but I don't know, cheaper is better. So let's put it on. Oh. Ow. Ow. Do you guys like chocolate syrup?